What is going on, guys? JFC here. What a day for the World Cup, and what a day for the Path to Glory cards on the market today. It was an insane day. No Hero SBC again today, so I don't know when that's coming. If you saw my video earlier today, we talked about that. We do finally have some news about Black Friday, so we'll get into that in a little bit. There's a few leaks going on. We have a new loading screen as well, so we'll get into all of that here. Let's just begin with leaks because we do finally have some. Here's one tidbit of information right here. Team of the Week pause. So Team of the Week will pause during the FIFA World Cup. The final Team of the Week will run from Wednesday to this Wednesday, so that's this Team of the Week that's in packs right now. Team of the Week 9 players will remain in all current Team of the Week packs until the next Team of the Week is released. So I was wondering yesterday if I save my Team of the Week packs, you know, what's going to be in them, and it's going to be Team of the Week 9 players. For all FUT Champions Finals events, while the Team of the Week is paused, all packs containing Team of the Week and FUT Champions players will be replaced with new minimum overall rare gold packs and player picks. Stay tuned for an update in-game later this week. So not sure what that's going to look like. If you go to like the FUT Champions tab right now on the console, none of the rewards have been updated yet, so we don't know what it's really going to look like for sure. We got this Quadrado today. Obviously, we'll talk about that in a little bit too. Best of Team of the Week is also added to come, so this is guaranteed. Now we're going to get Best of Team of the Week. We'll talk about what that means for the market and for like the informs, the high-end informs here in a little bit. Then we got new packs coming as well. FUT Hero Guarantee, which we're still waiting on. 86 plus star player pack, which I'm assuming is going to be a store pack for Black Friday. 81 times 15, which I'm not sure where that's going to come from, but that's an interesting pack. Maybe it's a moments pack, you know, I'm not really sure. 83 plus times 15, which is interesting. And then Black Friday Centurion pack, which I'm assuming is just going to be, you know, another Black Friday type store pack. But the word Centurion here is very interesting because Centurion obviously is 100, right? I think Scoreboard just tweeted this earlier. Centurion, an officer in the army of ancient Rome who is responsible for 100 soldiers, and this person says it's a 100 item pack. And I don't know what that would look like if it's true 100 items. What's the most items in a pack? Is it like the mega pack with like 32, and rare mega pack has 32 as well? I think, is that the most? So that would be insane for there to be a pack with that many items in it. We'll just have to see whatever the heck that means. Here's the loading screen right here. So we got this road to the FIFA World Cup, and then these are the World Cup icons as well. I have no idea what these cards are going to be. Road to the FIFA World Cup makes no sense to me because we are in the World Cup. I mean, obviously that's obvious, but like, what does road to the World Cup mean? I have no idea what this could be. My only guess is that these could be like younger players that have not made their World Cup squad yet. It's almost like a pre-future stars kind of thing. So it's like it's their road to the World Cup. Like they might get there eventually. It's like a future stars kind of thing. That's my best guess of anything that this could possibly be. Because otherwise, I just don't know how this makes any sense. What road to the World Cup means, I don't know. These World Cup icons are coming. This article says one idea is that it could work similar to Arch TK cards, upgrading based on how the team does in the group stages. See, like, I want to say that is most likely, but it's like, we already have those cards. Are they going to upgrade differently? You know, I don't know what it, I don't know. We're just going to have to find out. These are the World Cup icons. You know, most of these cards are going to be pretty unattainable if we zoom in here a little bit. Pele, R9, Zidane, Garrincha, Eusebio, Cruyff, you know, all those guys. Most of these guys are going to be expensive, or between their mid and their prime icons. So I don't get too hyped up about these cards because it's not like people are going to be packing these cards or anything like that, right? So it's kind of pointless. The only thing that would be cool is if these cards were in upgrade packs, like the World Cup heroes have been. If for whatever reason these cards end up being like considered promo packs and you can get these in like player picks, that will be cool because we deserve to get icons and player picks, even if the chances are extremely small. That would still be really cool. So that's something that I actually would look forward to about the World Cup icons, but obviously that's unlikely. So yeah, it's mostly it for the leaks. So let's talk about what these World Cup Path to Glory cards. Let's refresh this page. These World Cup Path to Glory cards today. Obviously, as you guys know, there was a shock result today in the World Cup, and that was Saudi Arabia. Let's find this card. It's in Team 2. Saudi Arabia beat Argentina today, which was just an insane game. Saudi Arabia were amazing in that game. Like, they deserved to win that game. This Al Dasari card, we talked about a lot of these lower nation World Cup Path to Glory cards being much better investments than the higher tier. And unfortunately, this Al Dasari card was not really one of those cards because his minimum price was 26.5. So this card was 26.5K for like the entirety of the time it's been released. It really wasn't a very good investment, but in hindsight, you know, this card went up to, I think it was 60K today, 65,000. This says 60,000. I think it was 65,000 I saw. So if you managed to buy some for some whatever reason, 26,000, you went up to 65,000 today, and he's back down again. But unfortunately, he was not one of the cards I invested in. But we are making some pretty good profit on some of these other cards though, if you manage to sell earlier. Like Skiri, I told you guys to pick up some of him at like discard. Earlier today before this game started, people kind of started to realize that like, oh shit, if a team wins, these cards are going to rise and go to the moon. So people were like anticipating that. So people bought this Tunisian Skiri card for, I think he was close to 20K, right? This is 15,000. I'm pretty sure he was approaching 20,000. So if you managed to buy him there and you sold him in the hype, you were looking at, you know, like 8K profit, which was really good. I sold some earlier for like 7 or 8,000 coins profit. Same thing with Sofia and Boufal as well. He's 21,000 right now, and he was for the most part like 15,000 just on Monday. You know, so these cards have been proven to be really, really good investments because people are starting to realize, you know, it's basically risk-free. You know, when Boufal was 14, 15,000, that was the most risk-free investments ever. Because if he manages to squeak through the group stages, he's getting an upgrade. He's gonna be an 87 rated card. So if you guys did buy some, you're looking so good, especially Team 1 players. I mean, Team 1 players are just crazy expensive. You look at Serge Gnabry here, he's 150,000 coins. I sold my Serge Gnabry at 90,000 or like 95,000 for like 20K profit. If you manage to have some of these guys like in your team or something like that, I mean, just the hype on these cards is insane. Just simply because there's not much to do in the game right now. So people are just buying up these cards because they're bored. Really, it's as simple as that. You know, Azario too, a Canadian guy. He was 10,000 coins not long ago, 14,750 now. All these guys are up, and I'm fine selling in the hype if you're making some decent coins. Now, obviously, you can wait if Canada, you know, have a decent result. He's probably going to go up in price. Same thing with, you know, Milik in Poland. Poland drew today, but if Poland happened to get a result against in their other two games, he'll probably go up. Denmark obviously drew today 0-0, so Delaney did not go up in price. Now, what I would start to do is if you have a card that's 86 rated, right? So obviously this is like not close to his minimum rating at all, or what like the price of Fodder for 86 is. If you look at yesterday, this card before the game was up to 50K. I would for sure, this kind of card where it's like 86 rated, but it's 50,000 coins, you know, that's not anywhere near his lowest. I would totally sell in the hype, and that's what I did. So I was like, okay, I'm not comfortable with holding on to an 86 rated card because even if they win, how much higher could he realistically go than like 50 something thousand? You know, it's probably unrealistic for him to go up way higher than that. We're buying this card at like 30 to 35,000, so that's a really good chunk of change. So I just sold, and that's what I would do for taking some of these coins on some of these guys. Like that's why Milik at 87, he's 19,000, right? He's very close to his minimum rating. You don't have to sell and take the coins if say he goes up in the hype before a Poland game. Like that's a lot different than, you know, a Delaney would be. These cards have gone crazy high. If you've, you know, bought some of these cards, you made so many coins with me over the course of the last couple days. Look at the entire market in general. You know, let's look at the Marvel Heroes. This is a good way to kind of look at the market in general. Right now, it's just pretty much staying stagnant for the most part. There's not a whole lot of change. Aloe Ron's up some. Joe Cole's up like 10K. Not a ton of change right now because people are just still not expecting really to want to buy cards before Black Friday, right? The golds continue to drop. Ronaldo's still at his minimum. Neymar 285. Mbappe 1.06. Staying right about the same as what he's always been. Messi just below 100,000 coins. Gold market is all stay the same basically right now. There's not too much to look at because people are just not going to be buying a ton of cards before Black Friday comes. Now, these top tier informs, right? Like even Ousmane Dembele, I would get out of these cards. I really would. Like best of team of the week, obviously a lot of them are higher rated, right? But if this Ousmane Dembele is in best of team of the week, he's going to go down in price. It's going to happen. He's going to get supply idolized, an 85 rated inform. Even if he's expensive, there's going to be more supply there than other cards. Like let's look at Kylian Mbappe's inform. You know, what's he at now? Is he crashing some? He's 1.8. I mean, he's not crashing much. He's down maybe like 50K. I'd personally want to get out of these cards. I really would. If you get some of these high end cards like Mbappe. Holland is kind of a question because he's not super expensive, but I would assume Erling Haaland's going to get in this. He's actually up a little bit in price. I bought mine like 300,000, so 329K. I'm gonna get out of mine right after this video. I just don't want to hold on to these really high end inform cards simply because they're going to get supplied a lot, right? We're going to see a lot of store packs during Black Friday. It's going to happen. Basically, any informs that are above like 89 rated, any informs above, you know, 89 rated or so, like a Haaland, Marquinhos, Cancelo, Modric, Son, Mane, Neymar, all these cards I'd want to sell. Personally, I would. So think about doing that. These guys aren't even getting like mega panic sold yet, so that's a better, even a better reason to get out of them, honestly. So I would definitely look at that. Going back to these Path to Glory cards, by the way, these Path to Glory Team 2 cards actually leave packs on Thursday. I don't know why, but there's a gap. There's like a little teeny gap between the Path to Glory Team 2 cards and the next promo cards. So my guess is we're going to get some sort of pre-Black Friday thing. That's what people are kind of guessing. I don't really know why we would, but these cards do leave packs unfortunately, in 1 day and 11 hours, and this starts in 2 days and 11 hours. So I don't know why there's a day gap here. I have no idea why. Same thing with the World Cup Heroes too. They're out of packs on Thursday instead of Friday. But just be aware of that. I have no idea why that's a thing. So what are we gonna see Thursday? If I had to guess, I'm still expecting the Hero SBC to come out really this week. If I had to guess, like, it could come out next Monday, obviously, but usually they don't add things to the pack code and wait a week, you know, over a week. So I don't know why it would come so late, but maybe they'll do it like that. But for SBC fodder, so some fodder, it's a little bit down. It's not down a ton, but some of it's down a little bit. People are trying to say, you know, I'm making a loss on some of my fodder. Do I want to sell? And the question is if we get the Hero SBC coming before Friday, fodder is going to do great. It's going to. And if it does not come before Black Friday, we're gonna see fodder dropping every single day that does not come out. So for me, I'm just gonna hold because all the fodder I bought is still higher than what I bought it for. So if it goes down more, you know, I'm not losing very many coins at all. So I'm just gonna hold. But if you're sitting here like you bought 85s at like 8,000, which was a bit high, but I understand why you bought. You know, it just depends on if you want to take the risk, and it could go up to 9,000 plus, or they could just kind of slowly drop 100 coins or so every single day until Friday. Because obviously Friday we're gonna see a lot of supply, so fodder should go down. It's usually with the cycle we see fodder goes down starting Friday to like Sunday. Yeah, it's kind of the risk you're taking right now. You have to basically decide the risk and reward. Do you want to hold and see if you can make coins, or do you want to sell now just in case we don't get it and it goes down even further? So that's the risk you have to take. I'm personally holding, but obviously that's up to you to decide. Inform fodder, so we talked about in yesterday's video, I'm totally good with investing in. 86 informs are like gold to me right now. I mean, 14,000 coins is just stupid. We're not gonna get any team of the weeks for another month. This is basically the last day. So I'm totally good with investing, just club stock. If you've got some spare coins, I'd 100% look at that. It doesn't really make any sense not to. So today we got this Juan Cuadrado card, which is like just overpriced, in my opinion. I saw the FUTBIN upvotes, and I think the FUTBIN upvotes are like kind of positive. Yeah, he's 221,000 coins, and he's got 2,800 upvotes, which I'm just so surprised by. Like, this card he's decent. Like, don't get me wrong, he's decent. He can play right back and right wing and right mid, which is great. The problem is he's got 77 interceptions, which I think is a pretty important defending stat. So you're going to need to up that. He's got decent physicals with his 72 strength, which I think is very important. Aggression is fairly high, 84 aggression. But his passing is like okay, like it's kind of like not actually amazing. Like, he's got 77 long pass and 76 vision. So if you want to up the interceptions, you want to give him max pace, you then cannot up the passing. He's got 77 long pass from right back. It's just like this card being 225,000 is just too much to me. It's way too much. And obviously I'm nitpicking this card because it is a good card, but this card in the market is not 226,000. I don't think it's 126,000. So when you look at it that way, it's just insanely overpriced. And if you want to hear me rant more about the content, you can watch my video that I uploaded yesterday. Because it's just bad content in my opinion. It's just not rewarding in any way. So let me just 83 plus player pick to end the video off. 284 to higher overall rated players. Let's just do this quick. Okay, well, let's see if we can get a World Cup hero in this. I have not packed a World Cup hero yet. I've packed like 2 Path to Glory players. Like, I packed the Plata card, and I packed, who was it? Oviedo. Maybe it's been 3. I packed someone who was decent. Lukaku. I packed Lukaku, so let's see if I can get something in this. 103, 83 plus. Probably gonna get just straight fodder. Well, on that note, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys are making coins right now, at least, because this game content is just not good. So I hope you guys are at least making coins right now and able to use some cards that you've wanted to use for a while. I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching me every single day. It means the world to me. I'll see you guys next video very, very soon. Peace!